Georg Giokas from Route4Gas, who's going to give us an update on what Route4Gas is doing and how that is going to help people focus on the topic of today, which is gas storage. Georg, nice to see you. How are you?
Thanks, Justin. Really great to have you as a moderator here, and thanks to all the other speakers, Agneta, Jacob, and Spinek. It's really great to have you in this webinar, and let's go for it. Yeah. So to the auditorium. Yeah, it's the last presentation, so stay in. Yeah, it's very important, and normally the best at the end. Yeah, and after my presentation, we'll then have the Q&A session. I already see there are questions coming in, so really happy that we have an active auditorium. Yeah, that's really great. So having heard the insights of Agneta, Jacob, and Spinek, it's now really the time to that you can imagine what comes next. Yeah, and that is in fact putting all together, especially to link all this information and to link everything which is possible in the market, and that's Route4Gas vision. And we can even call us not only Route4Gas, but perhaps also Link4Gas. Yeah, and I show you now why we can call us. You see here our vision. We want to link all the physical positions in this European market, and so increase liquidity. What you see here on the right side is a screenshot of our analytics tool we provide for free for our customers. And this tool aggregates all the relevant data regarding flows and regarding capacities. And you see already on the map what we're doing. It's really linking everything, linking the markets, linking positions, and now also linking storages. But let me start first to give you a general insight what we are doing and what we are offering and providing to our customers, and then the description of the product itself. So we offer an algorithm to, as it's stated here, to maximize the automatic multilateral matching. So we're not talking about just bilateral netting, or let's say bilateral matching, which is done by brokers and exchanges, but we add all the participants. In this way, we add and concentrate liquidity because we are using single matching rounds. At the moment, we are running 2 rounds a day. And this means that having the customers in only 2 rounds inside, many positions are at the same time in our system. And that helps a lot to increase the liquidity. And the next point, which is also very important, this unlocks additional trading opportunities. So the first question you might have, of course, is how we add and concentrate liquidity. I already mentioned it, that we have all the positions at one place at the same time. So because of the fact that we use single matching rounds, and that's a novum in the European gas market. It's comparable to auctions, which is normally used, for instance, for capacities, but we use it here as well for the physical positions and the physical gas trading. A main point here is that you have all the possible counterparties available on one place at the same time. And that means, again, it's not that we're looking for an opposite interest of your positions, but everyone, all the counterparties can be your counterparty, and even more counterparties can be your trading party just for one position. So it might be split, of course, to many others, and that means that those multilateral combination will increase the matching probability, and we found out that it's up to 65%, which is huge. And in a gas market, especially in illiquid gas markets, it's very interesting to have a higher probability to be matched. The second question you might ask now is how we unlock the trading opportunities. The main point here is that we link all European gas markets. And that means that because of possible cycle flows, you will get and will receive trading opportunities because of adding those European gas markets. It's not all about TTF and NZG or in future DE. Yeah, it's more than that. It's also adding a Slovakian market. It's also adding a Polish market and Bulgarian market and so on. And that means that you have a broader view on the whole market and also more opportunities there. We link those physical flows. We talk about unused capacities, existing flows, all possible location swaps. We link them all to the trading instruments you already know. So you have then this, let's call it screen, so the Route4Gas application, in addition to your broker screens or exchange screens. And that makes it more valuable and, of course, adds a certain value to your trading or supplying actions. Having this as well means that we create even new positions and offer them to the market, and that's then be possible to be traded as so-called missing links. So we add another trading opportunity to the market, which makes it more interesting and a bigger chance to do that. So that's the description of our system, of our application. Feel free, if you need more information, we're here for you. And now let's go for the main topic in this webinar, and it's a storage, and it's our storage product. The gas in store, which is, let's say, well known, especially for the originators among us. It's something which is bilaterally traded, but we want to place it in a next level in the trading, and that's with the help of our application. So the task was and is to utilize and monetize the storage working gas. And what will we do, or what are we already doing? We linked all the qualified storages among each other and to all European VTPs at the moment on a day-ahead basis, in future also, of course, for curve or longer periods. Yeah. So that's something which is totally new in the market, and for that we use the location swaps. But let me show you how we do that, or how it's visualized in our system, so that you can imagine what we're doing. So taking the classical European map, you all know, yeah. Let's add now the VTPs that are the green dots, and add in yellow dots, in dark yellow dots, the storages. We've put some of them here in the system, on the map in our system. Those are some of the qualified storages. And what we did is just to put another layer into our system, adding all those storages, linking together, and that's the most important thing, then also be able to link them to all the VTPs. So we unlock them to their main VTP and link them to all other VTPs as well. That means, for instance, you can trade a location swap between TTF and the RWE storage in Czech Republic, and then you will learn to know spinning, of course, when you do that. Yeah. And that's possible. So the same, for instance, that you, for instance, combine the RWE storage and the YEMGUM storage. That's the same. Yeah. So there are any combination possible. There's just one yellow dot left. That's the Route4Gas storage. It's not yet in our system, but we're sure that soon we will add it and add another value to the system and also to all participants. So you see how we add it to our system, and that means new chances for the traders, for the suppliers, because you can move then working gas even without touching withdrawal injection rate. If necessary, of course, that's part of your contract and it's needed, but you can even swap then and do gas in store deals if they are matched in our system. Due to the circle flows we are looking for and net them out, then you can imagine that also the so-called popular directions, yeah, are possible to be traded in our system because of the fact that they are added to all other flows inside the application inside the round at that time. And another point which I want to mention here is that it becomes more and more important, the topic security of supply. So although Spinek told us it's obvious, everything is obvious what you do here, but it's worth mentioning it. Yeah, security of supply, a product which can be traded as well. Yeah, and it's already in discussion in our company, and it's in a part of development. And we invite all the companies being interested in, we call it multilateral brainstorming, and in discussion how we can add this as a service to our system, as we can scale our application in any way we want. So here the invitation to all of you if you're interested. Just to mention also the requirements for gas and store deals, which are of course obvious, but just to mention it here because there's especially one task which must be acknowledged. The valid storage agreement, of course, must be in place, so that's clear. It's also clear that sufficient gas should be being stored if you want to sell, and sufficient working gas capacity must be available if you want to buy. And the most important point is be aware that time limits might be not in line with a day-ahead deal. We know now that RWE Storage Czech Republic is acting accordingly. Really happy to have this cooperation, that it's possible to be in time with the contract, with the transaction. Others might be not that fast as Spinek, but they will follow, and we really hope that that will be the case soon. But for the beginning, be aware this might be the case, but shouldn't be a problem to conclude such a deal. Finally, I'm happy to show you our next steps, so our next milestones. We have already in the physical positions and storages, as already mentioned, so everything from unused capacity to existing flow and the normal location swaps, but we will add much more than that. So the points 2 and 3 are very important. We see there is a demand, and that's something what we want to provide to the market, to the customers. The one is the multilateral nomination netting. Really great thing. We are in fact ready. It's just about to have a relevant, the critical mass of customers in that we can start on that. And the unbundled capacities, we call it sunk unbundled capacities, something we are in discussion with many companies. So if you're one of them, we are not in contact yet, feel free to contact us. We see that if you watched our last webinar, that partly up to 50% of the capacities owned by the companies are still unbundled capacities, and those might be out of the money because of the fact that the market spreads are quite small and became smaller. And now let's go for that we can say, okay, let's make a bit of money out of it, so reduce the losses on those capacities and try to monetize them partly at least. And we are quite sure that we will have a solution soon. So we are happy to have additional companies discussing it with us, because we want to implement something that is really good for the market. And as the last point, LNG and curve products, of course, that's something we had to in 2021. Let's see when we really can publish them and launch them. The first step towards those products is already done. You see in the left down corner, with starting of June, we will be an OMP, so an organized marketplace, and that means a higher grade of automation is possible, and that's mainly because of execution inside our system. So, as already said, thanks a lot for watching. It's great to have you all here. And Justin, let's go for the Q&A session.
Yeah, great. Thanks very much, Georg.